rapidly growing culture of people who see no value in the innocence of children. They've always existed. Like, people like this have always been around. It's just usually it takes something big and public to kind of draw it out so you'll know. So, for example, recently we had, like about 10 years ago or so, we had a movie called Cuties come out, and the person who wrote and directed it very much over sexualized the child actors that they had, and it caused like a big huge stir. Probably back in the 90s, it was a movie called Kids, came out, had a couple of scenes in it that was kind of with some teenagers. South Park did an episode back in the 90s where they exposed the world to the group called NAMBLA. If you don't know what it is, the abbreviation is NAMBLA. NAMBLA. Look it up. And then, like, you'll get like some stuff here and there and like music that's kind of inappropriate, but usually throughout history we've made a distinction of what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. But now in this generation of the 2000s, there's virtually no distinction. You have people who will adamantly, fervently argue that there's nothing wrong with exposing kids to adult themes for various reasons. They'll say it's, oh, they're just having fun, oh, they just don't know, oh, it's no big deal, oh, it's whatever, it's for the parents, whatever to deal with. And my position has always been, yeah, it is definitely up to the parents to teach, educate, protect the kids. But at some point, you do have to say, or you do have to admit when the child or children are being intentionally targeted for this purpose. So, for example, the artist Lil Nas X, who made the video of him going to hell to have sex with Satan, this is the same artist that people took and paraded around elementary schools. That's not, oh, these parents didn't do a good job protecting their kids. That's evil people made a deliberate attempt to put this type of an artist in front of kids. Because how many other hundreds of figures could you have chosen to put around a kid? You could put any school mascot. You could pick any other artist or many other artists. There's so many ways you can go to where you don't have to use a person whose content is of this guy. This is the same person who made shoes with blood in them. And they paraded him around schools. He's not the only person who did that, by the way, but since I know this would be something that people are, well, he's not the only, he's not the only one. Others have done it, and I wouldn't suggest putting the other people who did it around kids either. Like, this is a far cry different than somebody's older sister dressed up as a Disney princess. This is bringing in front of them an artist who has this kind of music and themes all through his music to expose them to him knowing that that's going to cause them to have the curiosity to go and find out who he is. And he's the same person who openly said in interviews, I don't care. They're not my problem. And like, the reason why I brought this up is because my issue with it isn't totally with the people who do it. My issue is with the people who defend it. Because there's no excuse to pretend like that's okay to do. I was at an event for children over the weekend. Children. And when I say children, I mean the youngest being probably 4 of the participants. I would say the youngest of the participants, I won't say 4, will go 6. Although I'm thinking it's probably some 5s. But we'll go youngest 6, oldest 19 of the participants. That's not including family, friends, siblings. So once you do that, brings that number down to like 2. And I know this for a fact because there was a participant brought out from the spectators that was just start walking with a pacifier, barely could talk. So we're gonna say the people in attendance around this intended for 619, but going as low as like 2. Now, there's music, kids get to dance, and the person picking the music picks the song Hot to Go by Chapel Roan. I have a problem with this. I don't care how popular the song is. It's not a song to pick for kids. You don't pick a song with lyrics like, I haven't been touched there in a hot damn minute. Baby, don't you like this beat? I played it so you sleep with me. It's 199 degrees when you're doing it with me, doing it with me. Now, those are direct lyrics from this song. And they played it for kids as young as the age of 6. Why? Now, maybe people don't understand the volume level, the music that exists since I DJ. I know. There's more than enough to use that has catchy beats, danceable, that doesn't have foul or suggestive lyrics like this. And the only reason people do it is because it's easy. They're lazy, they don't want to find good music, so they just pick the easy stuff. And then you got people co-signing it. Oh, I bet they were having a great time. They were just up there having fun, living their best life. I'm going to have to do a whole nother video about how much I hate that term. They're not going to be scarred from it. And then the worst possible excuse that I hear that I really can't stand. Well, we did so-and-so, so... It amazes me how many adults will do horrible things under the guise of, well, when we were kids, we did. And it's like, when we were kids, we could run around in the backseat of a car with no seatbelt while somebody in the front was smoking a cigarette with the windows up. In a car with no airbags. We gonna still do it? No. When we were kids, you could run out in the neighborhood till the street lights came on and just play with no worries or little worries. You could walk home several miles with little worries. You know, it's a lot of stuff that we did when we were younger that's just we don't do. We realized that it wasn't a great idea when we did it. People was babysitting at the age of 10 and 11 back in the day. You don't do that anymore. Like, it's certain things you just don't do because you grow and you learn better. And then, but the excuse that we love to use is, well, back when we were kids, things are different now. I had somebody try to compare that song to Mambo Number 5 because of the lyrics. How does it go? I just want to fall in love with a girl like you. No, it wasn't that one. It was when he says the girl's names and he says a little bit of such and such all night long. That was the comparable lyric in their mind. Not inserting the fact that the song is called Mambo Number 5, which is a dance, and dancers dance all night long. You can easily make it about something else. I'm not even denying that it could definitely be about him taking some chick home all night. What I'm saying is, it was coded enough to where you can at least have some doubt. Because just to be clear, Mambo is a dance. And the song, Mambo Number 5, is made to fit that dance. If you know how to dance the Mambo, you can dance the Mambo to the song Mambo Number 5. Like, it's not even, it's made as that. So like the name of the title is not just arbitrary. It is an actual Mambo song. It's a ballroom dance, very, very close to that of, like, if you ever seen anybody do salsa. Steps are very the same, cadence and pattern is the same. You can definitely dance to that. And ballroom dancers know we dance all night, overnight, sometimes. So the lyric, little bit of so and so all night long or whatever, definitely could fit ballroom, but we'll say, for the sake of this other person being accurate in what they were trying to portray, that he's not talking about dancing. It still has no comparison. It doesn't even come close to I haven't been touched there in a hot damn minute. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. But this is what happens when you say, hey, whoa, that's not okay for kids. You'll get these people who jump out of their skin to defend it. And the question you got to ask yourself is, why? Why is anybody so adamant about allowing kids to engage in, indulge in, like, partake, whatever word you want to use, in this type of stuff? What's the motive? What's the motive behind a person saying, no, wait, no, let him hear it. Let him hear it. It's fine. What's the motive? What do you get out of that? What do you get out of fighting people in school boards to have books in an elementary school library that talk about blowjobs? What benefit? What benefit is that? Like, what do you gain? I'm not saying that the kids don't need to know about it. They do. I'm not saying that you gotta hide them from this information. But at what point do we say that's the parent's job to decide when to expose them to that? At what point do we say, as adults, maybe not put that in front of them? Like, it's like these people to me seem like they're the type that would be like, movie ratings don't really matter. Just, they're gonna see it anyway. They hear much worse with their friends. This is the other stuff. Oh, when I had somebody try to compare to me, their experience of sneaking and downloading stuff to another adult choosing to play it for a venue full of kids. Like, it's not the same. And again, I understand that there's a lot of songs that have inappropriate undertones or meanings. And some of them aren't even that discreet. I can rattle off songs, some that most people would never even catch. Like a Prayer Madonna, Take You Dancing, Jason Derulo. Too Close. I forget the name of the group from back in the 90s. Shut Up and Drive, Rihanna. Poison, Belle Biv DeVoe. Like, there's hundreds of songs that if you go back and listen to them, it's like, whoa, that was bad. But the difference is they were done in a way to where you don't notice it immediately. That's not how the music is now. There's no questioning what Lil Nas is talking about in his music. There's no questioning what Chappell Roan is talking about in her music. Like, it's blatant, direct, and obvious. There's no, oh, whoa, is that, like, I had to stop playing a song the other day because it was on in the car, and my daughter asked me, what does "Make Me Water" mean? And I was like, and I just said, well, I guess she's probably getting sweaty. Now, I know that's not what it is, but I know I don't play that song with her in the car no more. Like, this is the thing. You could just not be lazy. That's all. For the sake of protecting kids, that's all. Just don't be lazy. And maybe, the other part about this that makes me laugh is the people who try to argue about it from a position of just how they feel and not from a position of having the actual knowledge and expertise in it. I DJ for events. I do public funded school events. I've done every grade, elementary, middle, high, college. I do weddings, I do mitzvahs, communions, birthdays, graduations, like, do them all. I've done them. I've done parties for people whose parents are in ministry. I can find hours worth of songs to play where people are still bouncing, bopping, dancing, having a great time without having to be stuck in the Billboard Top 20 box. I can name probably 3 artists off the top of my head that would be more than enough to fill up hours where you'd be fine. You might have to cherry pick out 5% of their entire catalog and you'd be fine. I had to do an event at a college where they said no language, no suggestive themes, and no, what was the third? I can't think of the third thing was. It might only been 2, but it was like when their definition of clean music was extensive. So like you couldn't even say like a song that would say like grab a drink or bottle of beer or something like that. Nope. Wasn't having it. I did that event and they wanted me to come back and do more. They actually had a position where they wanted me to take on a regular position there as soon as they get rid of the DJ that they have. Because, like contract or something. It's not hard. It just takes some sort of effort to care. The thing is, there's the side that don't care, and then there's the side that, which I warn parents against, wants to put this in your kids. They want to poison their innocence. And that's why I reference Matthew 18:6, which says, whoever shall cause one of these young ones to sin, and I think in some translations it says stumble, and then in some translations it says offend. It says, whoever does this to one of these young ones should have a millstone hung around their neck, and they should be dropped in the sea. So it especially bothers me when I see people who claim to be Christian who then just are flippant about it. I get if you make a mistake. I get if you didn't know. But if somebody points it out and it's blatantly obvious, you can't defend it anymore. You can't then go, oh, well, but, oh, well, no. You can't. The part before that, in the same book and chapter, Matthew says, it's Jesus talking. He's saying, I came to you as a child. And then he calls himself a lamb, and he's talking about how he came as an innocent child, and we need to be like that innocent child. And anyone who becomes like that innocent child will be received by him. And then he goes on to say, but whoever shall cause one of these innocent children to sin should have a millstone hung around their neck. It's giving you the clearest picture ever. We need to get back to our innocence, not remove theirs. But you're gonna have people around you who adamantly want to remove the innocence of your kids. So what I will say is this: I give tests. There's people in my kid's life who have unlimited, unfeathered access. Not unlimited, but it's not. There's people in my life who are welcome all the time. So I can say unlimited to agree. I mean, if somebody warped the way I warped that statement. But there's some people who, they come around, I have no worries. I can definitely say it that way. I have no worries if they come around. I have no worries if they say, hey, I want to take so-and-so to go see so-and-so, whatever. No worries. Because anytime I put out a little test to see, they'll be like, oh, yeah, no, that's, I don't even have to say anything. My village is strong. My village, if it's something foul and they catch it before me, they don't even need to come find me. They'll be like, hey, whoa, no, nope, nah, no. Then they'll come tell me, hey, yo, I shut this down. I hope that's cool, but this is what happened, and I didn't want it. But then you have some people that will, oh yeah, no, I don't want that. Oh, well, cause come on. Those are the people. Access gets very filtered, tapers down. It's people who have no idea that I tapered their access down before my daughter was ever born. Because before she was born, again, I give little tests. I said, I'm not gonna have my daughter wearing makeup. I said, all that fingernails, nail polish, makeup, jewelry, no thanks. We're not doing that. And then they said, oh, well, she gotta let her wear some. She's a girl. That's just what we do. And I went, not gonna argue with you. Not gonna debate it with you. I'm just gonna listen to you. And then I had a few go, well, they'll just have to sneak out and hang out with us so they can have some fun. And I went, see, there's certain people who, once my daughter becomes of certain ages, they'll never see her. She'll never go around her, not unattended, because they already told me their intentions are to try to undermine my authority as her father. They already told me that they want to do everything they can to remove the protection that I put on her. So now I already know what I got to deal with. So when I say protect kids, parents, it's more than just what you do or what you don't do. You got to be mindful of everybody and everything around, because you got to know where those little things are going to try to slip in and who's going to try to do it. And like I said, put a little test out there. If somebody trying to, ooh, 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 oh, such and such and such and such came out, and we want to go see it, and then you say, yeah, no, we don't do that, and then they go, oh, well, come on, you automatically know, automatic, because there's never an excuse for anybody to try to, oh, come on, you as the parent, ever. Whatever they think is about as useful as dog shit. Unless you went to them and asked them for their opinion and guidance, their opinion is dog shit. Just is. And don't argue. I don't argue with people. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not going to try to reason with you. I'm just going to make sure my kid's not around you. Because now I know you want to put what you think is better on my kid. No. So again, people, protect your kids. Protect your kids. The music, the movies, the TV, the books, it's all meant to mess them up. And it's going to be people that tell you, oh, well, they need to. No, they don't. They don't. If you feel like they do, that's your kid. Do what you got to do. But for those of us who value our kids' innocence and want to raise them right, and by right, I mean the way the Bible says, protect them at all costs. You're going to lose friends and family, but who's more important? Your kid or anybody else?